Hey everyone, it's Phoebe here, and I have an amazing new update for you called Seamless Blocking. It's going to allow you to create and drop in different textures on one pattern. So no longer do you have to cut patterns. It's really cool, and I can't wait to show it to you. So let's dive on in and have some fun while we learn. Okay, so here's my closed screen. Now, let's first break down all the ways in which you can create these things called seamless blocked lines. Also, to just give you guys some information, this was designed with the intent of making it so like more knitwear can be possible, and also so you could try to create like some seamless patterns, like as close to seamless patterns as possible for knitwear. So it's really thought of with the idea of knitwear, which is why we call it seamless blocking. And yeah, but of course, I can't wait to see all the other ways in which you use this for, but we're gonna mainly focus on that for this video. Now, how do you get to seamless blocking? There's a few ways, and we have a few different options on how you can get there. First off, I have some internal lines here. With these internal lines, I can go to my trace tool over here. And with this trace tool, I can actually select, I'm gonna hold down Shift and select all of these internal lines. And then I'm gonna right click on top of one of them. And here I'm gonna see Trace as Seamless Block Line and Shape. I'm going to select that, and now it's going to trace all of these internal lines as an internal shape. As long as all of these lines are closed shapes, meaning they go from one pattern edge to another, they will be traced as seamless blocked lines, as they all are just now. So that's great. Yay. Now, another way in which I can create seamless blocked lines is I can go to my Edit Pattern tool. I can select a pattern outline like so, right click, and now I have Offset as seamless block line. So here I can offset it as a seamless block line. I'm gonna say 1.5, and I'm just gonna do 4. And I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna do the same for this side, offset a seamless block line. Okay. So I'm one of those people who like to set up and then drag and drop and do things. Now, of course, like you could change a line and then drop in a fabric and see how it goes. I don't know. I like setting up and then trying. Now what I'm going to do is the other way in which I can add in a seamless block line is by actually creating a seamless block line. So I'm going to go to my seamless block tool here. I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to start creating a seamless block line. So you just have to make sure you start on a pattern piece edge, and you either end in a center like so, and then you can create one of these. I can also go across my half symmetry like so, like this, and I can create something like this, which is really cool. I also can, of course, go to my Edit Pattern tool and just hit delete, and then this is going to delete a seamless blocked line. I'm going to create some of those cool, like, overlapping kind of effects, because I think that's just, like, fun and interesting. And I'm going to go into here and double-click and edit this. Now, I can also, of course, go in, right-click with my, let me just break it down for you. I went into my Edit Pattern tool, selected it, then I went over to my seamless blocked line, right-clicked, and now I'm going to select this Remove Linked Editing. So why I'm doing that is because I'm going to just delete this line, but I don't want this line to get deleted. So that's why I did that. And now I have this all set. This is going to be a very interesting pattern, and like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but we're just gonna jump in and see, okay? That's 90% of my life right now. Okay, so now I have my pattern pieces. I've got some seamless blocking. Just want to show you also what you can do even with seamless blocking lines in here is I can actually go into my lines here, like my pattern outlines, and I can start to edit and adjust these around if I'd like to. What you're starting to see is when you're editing and adjusting pattern outlines, my seamless block lines are adjusting with it. And it's keeping that proportion the same. So I'm going to even drop this down, maybe extend this out. And it's keeping those proportions the same. So again, I could maybe even shorten this, and you see how this line's now adjusting with that and everything there. So I can keep editing and adjusting this out. I could even go into my seamless block line here and drag this around. The real rule and the only rule when it comes to seamless blocking is it must be, say it with me, a closed shape, okay? It must be a closed shape. I don't care how you close the shape, but close it, okay? By what I mean by that is it can be a closed shape by connecting two seamless block lines, and it can be a closed shape by connecting a seamless block line to a pattern outline to a seamless block line, right? It could be a closed shape by connecting a seamless block line to from a pattern outline to a pattern outline. It will not work if you try to close it with internal lines or with base lines, or if you try to make its own internal like seamless block line itself. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I just said and what I meant. Okay, so this is a closed shape, and I used, because I connected one seamless block line to another seamless block line here, see, hit. This is a closed shape because it connected from a pattern outline to a pattern outline. This can be a closed shape because I'm going to go from a seamless block line, a pattern outline, to a seamless block line. Closed shape. Just delete. Okay. Now, here I have an internal line. This is going to be a perfect example. I'm going to go with this seamless block line. I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to try to end it here. It's not going to work, okay? I cannot end it. I will not be able to end it. It's not going to let me end it, okay? I'm double clicking. I'm trying to end it. It's not going to happen. I can click and hit enter. It's not going to happen. It will not end. It's going to be like, look, you got to close it. And this internal line is not a hard, like a strong enough line for me to know. It's got to be like a hard line, right? So it's either a seamless block line or it's a pattern outline to let you know that it's being closed. The other thing that is not going to work, so don't do it, is if you try to start in the middle of a pattern piece and it's going to say like, hey, you got to click within a line, okay? So you got to start and then you can end, right? If you wanted to, that's totally doable. But you cannot start in the middle of the pattern and then go. You got to start at a line and end at a line, okay? Start and end at lines, always. I'm going to hit this and just delete. But as you can also see, you can always select and delete lines if you don't like them, internal lines, all of it, using that pattern outline tool, that pattern edit tool. And of course, you can keep editing and editing these lines around as long as you'd like, until you get the look that you want. You also, just so you guys know, if I wanted to grade this. So if I'm going to grade this pattern, I'm going to go into my grading tool and I'm going to select this point here and I'm going to just add some grading. Is this going to be accurate grading? No, it's not. You know why? Because I am not a tech designer or a pattern maker. So no, it's not going to be accurate grading, but it's going to be grading nonetheless. Oh, sorry. Now, as you can see, I'm going through and I'm adding and grading. As you're seeing, the seamless lines are not getting graded. Okay? I'm adding grading, adding grading, I'm adding grading. Look at this. Look at me grade. You can see the seamless lines are not getting graded. They will not get graded. There's even red outlines saying no, okay? Okay, so it's not happening. It's not getting graded. If I go to if I go to my grading and I jump to medium, right? The line, like, it's still going to show, like, hey, the lines are going to jump there. I did make internal lines. These were the traced internal lines, just so you guys know. I'm just going to like that just so it's easier to see. It is going to jump. Like, the lines are going to move to the sides because guess what? It's always got to be a closed shape. So it's not like the seamless blocking disappears. It's just you can't grade it differently. It will follow whatever that pattern outline does. It's not going to be different. That's all you guys need to know, though. Like, if you're going to add in grading, just know, like, if you're like, oh no, it's not like I can't change this outline. It's going to follow the pattern outline. It's going to snap to it, okay? You don't need to grade it. Yeah, it's just going to follow whatever the pattern outline is doing, and it's going to go there. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I hope you guys are happy about that because it just means that grading just got a whole lot easier, especially with seamless blocking. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. You can think something differently. Okay. Now we've talked about all of that stuff. Let's get into the fun part of this, and let's start adding some fabrics. So there's a lot of ways in which you can add in a fabric, okay? There's assign and there's dragging and dropping. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of ways, but there are ways. Let's go with assigning. Okay, I'm just gonna select this little section here, and here I'm gonna hit assign. Oh look, it assigned. What? So as you can see, you can select just like this, and you can assign, and it's gonna assign. Cool. You also have this great ability to just drag and drop. Also really cool. Look at that. Ooh, this would be cool. Yeah. Click, drag, drop. Oh my gosh. Click, drag. Whoa. That's cool. I mean, no, it's not. It's not as cool as I thought it was going to be. This is kind of fun. More fun. Whatever. So you can drag and drop and do things like that. You also can use our knitwear feature, right? So here I have some knitwear. I'm going to drag and drop it here. I'm going to go to my back. Look at that. Look at that. Now I added base maps to this. I'm just going to select these two and delete this base map. And I've just found, though, that it's a little bit faster and easier for me personally to just click and assign. Sometimes, though, what does happen when you do what I just did is it does assign to things that you were like, ooh, I didn't want that. But honestly, it's so easy to fix that and to change it, because I'm just going to do that right now. Like that. Done. Simple. Now I have that. Cool. I'm gonna hit show knitwear just because I want to see that knitwear. Look at that. Before, that's why you saw that baseline before, because I like had knitwear hidden. Just fun facts. And I'm just gonna select this and this one. Okay, and then as you can also see, so this is something I just want to call out, okay? Now, I have half symmetrical pattern, which normally means in the rules of CLO, if you do one thing to one side, it's going to happen to the other side. However, seamless blocking defies the rules of CLO, okay? It's defying gravity, as some might even say. But that means that the rules of symmetry don't always apply to seamless blocking. We did this on purpose, okay? So before you're like, I think CLO's broken. It's not, okay? We thought about it and we did this for a reason. We thought this tool is going to allow you to create a lot of different stitches. It's going to help a lot of different like knitwear, and knitwear isn't always symmetrical. And also, what if you wanted to do some really cool like different color blocking on different sides? So what we did is we kept it open so that you can decide if you want it to be symmetrical or if you don't. I am going to personally take advantage of this. And what I'm going to do is for the other side, I'm going to have the reverse, right? So I'm going to lean into the unsymmetrical. I'm going to reverse it. And then that's going to be cool. If you don't think it's cool, don't comment. Very cool. So I leaned into the whole thing and now I have this. Cool, right? Now I can go in and I can also go and like select these. I can like, if you like the dragging and dropping, you can of course do the dragging and dropping. I just think it's easier and faster. And I can just assign it a lot faster by doing so like this. So that's why I like doing this. I just think it's a little bit easier. Now again, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that what I do to one side doesn't even have to be the same. I can do so many different things. I feel like that's like, look at this. I'm going to now do a completely different thing over here because I can. Oh my gosh, this is actually really cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're going to do something so cool. Okay, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay. So, look at that. I have so many different things. This is a very interesting garment. I think it's kind of fun. And what I'm also going to do now is I'm going to go into my edit texture tool and start to edit the texture around. So, I can do this both individually. So I'm going to move this over. Or I can select multiple and move 2 around like so. Now what I'm also going to do that's kind of cool, I'm going to like offset it. Oh my gosh. I'm so artsy. I'm so cool. Right? This is fun. I could like move the head base over here. Oh my gosh. What? Look at that. So you can really have fun with it. You also can, of course, like change all of them. So I can like, right, make them all bigger. That's also really cool. What if I just did faces? Oh my gosh. I'm having way too much fun with this. It's kind of crazy. But look at that. This is so cool. Okay, I really like this. I think this is cool and fun. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. So you can play around like that. You can adjust and play around. You can, of course, change out this grain line if you wanted to, which will then change just this one. Know though that like it is one pattern, one grain line, okay? But you can, of course, adjust and change out the sizes. For all of this, I can change out this size, right? So all of these can change. I can rotate all of these together. So as you're seeing, like all of these are getting rotated and changed. But I also can do it individually by going in and then just saying like, oh, I'm going to just change this rotation. But I think I locked my grain line, which is why this isn't happening. Yeah, I did. I just got to unlock that. And now I can rotate this and then it's going to change it. And I can move this around. Pretty cool. Pretty fun. I'm obsessed with this sleeve. Like, I can't even explain to you how obsessed I am with it. And yeah. So you can do a lot of fun things with this seamless blocking. You can just like keep having fun with it. But that's kind of most of all the things you can do right now. There will be more in the future, but this is what we've got. And I think it's really cool. And as you can see, I am super excited about this. I'm going to keep playing around probably. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, use that comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out all of our great videos on our YouTube channel. There's like a ton of information out there. And keep having fun in CLO. Thanks again.